4 weeks, the ACC Rookie of the Week has been either Georgia Amoore once or Camila Cardoso 3 times.
Both absolutely locked in for the ACC all-freshman team. The question is, who will be the freshman of the year?
Aggressive move by Lewis, attacking Kayla King on the dribble. The foul on King. Free throws here for Lewis, the fifth-year senior from Chicago.
And foul trouble is not what Virginia Tech needs. They have a very short bench, and these starters will play many minutes. So the early foul on King could turn out to be a problem later on.
Got to imagine these two teams have both been itching to get back on the court. The result of the schedule and other postponements, it's been a week and a half since we've seen these two teams compete. Syracuse fell at Florida State 10 days ago. Virginia Tech clobbered Miami down in Florida by 20.
Kenny Brooks said he is tired of watching film on Syracuse. I think both teams were happy to wake up this morning and have a game on their schedule.
Lewis made them both. First time Kitley's touch. Back out to Amoore. Goes by Stroutman on the dribble, but Digna recovers for the block.
The length in that 2-3 zone could be a problem for Virginia Tech.
Nice catch by Cardoso. She'll kick it out. Monikahia again gets King on a switch, and better defense this time from Kayla.
And Kayla King, such a terrific defender. She can shoot, yes, but she's also great on the ball.
Syracuse back in its trusty 2-3 zone. Virginia Tech hoping that they can bust that zone from the outside. Hokies an excellent three-point shooting team, averaging 10 threes per game. Among the top teams in the country. Azana Baines along 2 is good.
Contested jumpers are not exactly what Virginia Tech wants against this zone, but that one worked. And Azana Baines, one of those players for Virginia Tech that has really elevated her level of play in the last few games.
Looking for Cardoso over Kitley for 2.
That's as easy as it gets right there. And I imagine that Syracuse will continue to go to her. If she doesn't score, she can pass out of the double.
Kelly is a former post player, I'm curious to ask, as Sheppard steps into the 3. Puts the Hokies in front for the first time. Take me in Elizabeth Kitley's mindset. She's 6'5". She's used to towering over the player she goes against. Monikahia, no. Today she's down a couple inches. Cardoso's 6'7". What's the adjustment? What's the mindset?
Yeah, it's work on the front end. You want to do whatever you can to get Camila Cardoso out of position, and Kitley knocks down the 15-foot jumper. Once she gets the ball inside in the paint in good position, it's pretty much over for her. So you want to do your work on the front end. There you see Kitley stopping Cardoso early on. That's a good look.
Hokies 3 of 4. Lewis unable to hit the runner.
And rebounding will be a big factor in this game. You do not want to get Syracuse on the offensive glass and the quick hands of Monikahia.
Monikahia has scored more the last few weeks. Priscilla Williams, the talented freshman, misses her first shot, and the rebound finds King. Kenny Brooks telling us that Georgia Amoore has a healthy respect for her countrywoman, but she's certainly not intimidated. She wants to take it to her. Kitley, no good from the elbow. And yet, Amoore grew up about an 18-19 hour drive from Monikahia's hometown. So there's also the 6-year age gap. Tiana turns 26 in April, one of the older players in the ACC. Georgia will turn 20 in April.
I mean, Tiana is well known in her own country, and to be so well known in the United States as well says a lot about who this woman is. She is the nation's leader in assists currently, and of course came back from that incredible battle with cancer last season. That 15-foot jumper does not go, but that's the spot where Virginia Tech wants to get hot, because in the high post area, the short corner and those corner threes are the openings against the zone.
Monikahia for 3 won't fall, and Baines pulls it down. Few good things so far for Virginia Tech. They're limiting Syracuse to one shot at the offensive end, and the Hokies are getting pretty good looks at this end of the floor.
Yeah, absolutely, and you got to swing it right there. Great pass to the other side of the court, causing the defense to come out. That's as hot a shooter as you will find in the ACC, if not in the country. And you got to have a hand on her.
Well, she began the day second in the nation in threes, 2 behind San Francisco's sharpshooter from Greece, Ioana Krimali. Sheppard's now tied her with 2 threes in the opening 5 minutes, but Cardoso answers inside. That's a big bucket for the Orange.
Absolutely. Guard gets into the paint, and all that she has to do is flip the ball up for 6-7.
King from that wing has been the hot spot early for Tech.
Virginia Tech has one of those offenses that will absolutely kill you because everybody's concerned about what's happening in the paint with Kitley. And you've got magnificent shooters on the perimeter who'll make you pay.
Hokies 3 for 3 from downtown in the opening 5.5 minutes today. Not looking too rusty, Kelly, after 10 days off. Kiera Lewis makes something happen but can't convert. Loose ball, good hustle by Stroutman.
Yeah, in and out of the hands of Kitley there. That's one she wanted to grab. Again, you do not want Syracuse to get second and third chance opportunities.
Rebound Amore. Long stretch of uninterrupted play here without a whistle. 4 substitutes, 3 for the Orange, 1 for the Hokies waiting at the table, and that's a clean block. Stroutman and Cardoso got the ball, but Amore cashes in the 3.
So we've seen 3 different players hit from long range already. How about this high-powered offense?
16-6 in a 14-2 run after trailing early 4-2. Nice help defense. Sheppard pokes it away from Cardoso.
And they're not necessarily bringing the double on Cardoso, just a guard to come down and try to flick it away, and that time Sheppard was successful.
Sheppard, sidestep 3. Rebound, Kitley. Resets the possession for the Hokies. King to Bain. She thought about the 3.
And she can hit that.
Excellent ball movement again. Finding the zone. Coming to the cup. Amore with a move.
So you see the ACC leader in blocks coming out at you. Just give a little head fake and go right by, freshman.
That was nifty.
By the way, I'd love to have little mics on both those Australians at the point. I could listen to that accent all day long.
It's wonderful. Fantastic start for Virginia Tech. Not the shot that Quentin Hillsman was looking for there. And it's a 12-point lead for the Hokies as we get our first break. 2:40 to go in the first. The Hokies, 4 of 5 from 3. Sheppard's hit a pair. King and Amore with 1 apiece. And Virginia Tech making it happen here in Blacksburg.
3 miles.
New day, new choices. Choose faster.
4 miles.
Choose healthier. Choose Smile. Today, choose Smile. That costs up to 60% less than braces. Go from this to this. And start seeing results in as little as 60 days. Get started for free at SmileDirectClub.com.
start for Virginia Tech here at Castle Coliseum. They fell behind 4-2, and then the outside shooting began to rain.
3 different players for Virginia Tech have hit from long range. You see the unselfishness of this team already. 5 assists on 7 made field goals. The extra pass, knowing the defense and getting out in transition, knocking down some threes. How about the block by Syracuse inside? Turns out 3 points for Georgia Amore. That's looking pretty good on offense for Virginia Tech.
Hokies 5 assists on their 7 made buckets. Sheppard just really smooth and a good start for Aisha. And she's had multiple threes in every game this year. She's had at least 3 threes in 16 of the 18 games. I guess 17 of 19 now, including today.
Well, between she and her counterpart, Liz Kitley, I think these are the 2 most underrated players in the country. Neither of them on that Naismith watch list, only 2 in the ACC, which I think is a big oversight. But I think Virginia Tech is finally starting to make some noise on the national level, and obviously moving into the tournament, that is when I think finally people will see these incredible individual players and this great team as a whole.
Sheppard unable to scoop it home. Kelly, I think you're absolutely right. I think the oversight nationally has something to do with the fact that the Hokies haven't been in the tournament in the last decade and a half, but obviously that is going to change barring something drastic in the next few weeks, because Virginia Tech's currently ranked 27th in the net rankings, 4th among ACC schools in that metric. And they are the hottest team in the league. Winners are 4 in a row. They could set a program record today if they win this one. They've never before won 5 straight ACC games. Oh, you got to play better defense than that, Syracuse. You dodged a bullet there.
I imagine all Q talked about in that huddle was get out to the 3-point line, and they did not listen, but lucked out on that one.
Amore called for the block. Well, the Orange entered this season with lofty expectations. Quentin Hillsman in year 15 has just piled up the wins. One of a few ACC coaches with over 300 wins at his current school. And yet they're 11-5. They're 8-5 in the league. It's hard to be too disappointed in the resume, and yet he feels, and I think you and I would agree, that they've left some good basketball on the table.
Yeah, you know, and he told us yesterday he knows how good this team is, and thanks to that player coming off the bench, Emily Enksler, one of the best on his roster, he said they don't necessarily know how good they are. He said, I've seen talent, and this team is incredibly talented, and he has recruited to a place that has been effective in his defensive philosophy, and also so many players that can score on the offensive end.
And Quentin Hillsman told his team, look, I know you're better than you think you are. Trying to give them some confidence. King perseveres inside, looks for daylight, and gets it back out to Sheppard. Oh, nice pass. Kitley with a great spot. Sheppard the dime.
When you're playing against 6'7", that is the best pass. That diagonal pass, perfectly placed to where she can jump up, grab it, and put it in.
Enksler thought about it. Grass court for Stratmana. Maeva Jaldi-Talbi lost it. Up ahead, Deja Green looking for help. Finds Sheppard. Probably had a layup if she just went to the bucket. Kitley, ready. Syracuse switched out of the zone. Green unable to connect. Shot clock is off here. We'll see if Syracuse looks for the final shot of the quarter.
It's so interesting. Nobody run into those offensive boards except for Kitley. You got to imagine they're worried about transition for Syracuse.
Coach Q barking out the play. Kiera Lewis, nifty dribble, too strong. Enksler sticks it back up, no good. And the foul's on Syracuse, but it's their first foul of the game, so no free throws in just 1.3 seconds for Virginia Tech.
Just cold shooting right now. You got to wonder if that long pause. Again, we told you neither team has played since February 11th, and Syracuse looking like it right now.
Virginia Tech has had some big leads in the first halves this year that have not come through to win. Trophy winner. Not only do they look good, Kelly Dale, but these jerseys have an incredible meaning as Syracuse wears them for the first time today.
Well, they're beautiful jerseys, and they're exclusive to Syracuse women's basketball, and it's a beautiful story. And I love that so many people can be honored by it. And, of course, you imagine that Tiana's teammates are wearing it with pride, thinking about what they have watched their teammate endure over the last year plus, and the way she has fought back.
Syracuse, oh, that was a blow by. Amor took it right past Monacahia.
We've seen the shortest person on the floor take 2 layups against one of the tallest teams in the ACC. How's that happening?
Monacahia nearly lost it, but got it to Stratman, who missed the 3. Orange are ice cold right now. 20-4 is the Virginia Tech run, and that adds to it.
And that's what having shooters does, because you're so worried up top about Amor that the top guard does not come to that high post position. I played a 2-3 zone. I know the way that this works. We played Boeheim zone at Notre Dame, and the top guard is supposed to cover the free throw line. But when you've got shooters, you have to be so careful.
Forced it inside to Cardoso, triple teamed, and she scores anyway.
That's the advantage of having 6'7" with hands. A lot of players are 6'7", but they don't have the kind of hands that Cardoso has and the way that she can finish inside with either hand.
Sheppard at the other end, misfires, rebound for Syracuse. Ahead, Cardoso beat Kitley down the floor.
It's my favorite part of her game, and both posts have it. I said it in the open. They can run the floor and finish, but I don't know if I've ever seen somebody with her length be able to get up and down the floor so quickly and so well.
Well, good idea, poor execution. Virginia Tech has not been to the NCAA tournament under Kenny Brooks. That streak certainly would have ended last year if the tournament had not been canceled, and it certainly should end a few Mondays from now.
I was going to say, he's got stars on his team as Virginia Tech turns the ball over. You think about people like Aisha Sheppard and Kitley, and Amor now becoming a well-known name. He is incredible at producing quality basketball players, and that's what he's been recruiting for, and now he finally gets to watch the benefit of that.
Hand check foul called on King, and it's going to be her second. So a decision to make for Kenny Brooks. He's looking down the bench. He doesn't see that many options. But he's going to call in Deasia Gregg,
who has been, by the way, maybe the best story for this Virginia Tech team. A player that in the last 12 games, only played 15 plus minutes. Okay, wait, I've got that wrong. I just jumped the gun there. In the last 6 games, she's playing 15 minutes plus. In that time, she scored 30 points and 23 rebounds. The last games before that had 8 did not plays, only scored 2 points total. It's an unbelievable story.
And they needed her emergence exactly when it's happened. Deasia Gregg and Azana Baines have been the transformative figures. And it's not like Sheppard and Kitley and Amor, they're playing well, but they've been playing well for the most part all season long. It's the complementary pieces that have made Virginia Tech this complete team, winners of 4 in a row.
Well, and it's what Kenny Brooks told us early on is what they were missing. They needed that quality 4 player that could take some pressure off of Kitley inside. And now they've got 2, Baines and Gregg.
Out there together right now. Sheppard cashes it in from the elbow.
That spot has been money for Virginia Tech. And again, it's because you've got shooters on the perimeter. The free throw line's been open.
Hokies are shooting 50%. Orange, 29%. Not much happened in this possession. Shot clock's down to 5 now for Lewis. Makes a move on Amor, gets past her, and then missed the layup. Offensive rebound, though, for Stratman. Montecagia on the drive, scoops it up and in.
And Kitley, I think, is being a little tentative inside on the defensive end, and I have to imagine that's because of the short bench. She does not want to get in foul trouble, so she let that first shot go. She was thankful it was a miss, but she could have come over and defended Tiana a little bit better, but again, worried about getting those fouls.
Kitley drags on Enxler. Quentin Hillsman saying that she hooked her, but the foul's going to go against Syracuse. And Denise Brooks over there had a lengthy chat, the official, with Quentin Hillsman.
I love that about Kitley's game. It's so versatile. We haven't seen the fadeaway step back, which is probably my favorite move in her arsenal. Reminds me a lot of Reagan McGarity, the great player at Virginia Tech that came before Kitley. But you see her put the ball on the floor and be able to get to the basket. You see her step back and hit a three. She's incredibly versatile, and Kenny Brooks has spent a lot of time honing those skills.
Kitley makes them both. By the way, Enxler just picked up her second foul. She does remain in the game, however. Syracuse only been called for 3 fouls in the game's 14 and a half minutes. Enxler says, I'm out here, I might as well shoot. Amor the rebound. With a hop to her step today, ahead to Gregg. Extra pass to Sheppard. Couple members of the Orange defense went flying into the bench, and Virginia Tech unable to make them pay. I'm sure I've seen that before. 2 different players went for the steal and went soaring across the baseline.
One and done for Syracuse. Great job by Virginia Tech to find a body. That's where the man-to-man helps out a lot, because you don't have an area. You find a specific person and box them out.
Orange now 0 for 7 from deep. Hokies now 4 of 9 in that department.
I love that there's no question in the freshman's mind about whether or not she's going to take that three, but how about the senior showing the freshman how it's done from long range?
Well, Syracuse feels like needs to hit threes to be successful in the Quentin Hillsman system.
Absolutely. That's who this team is, and now with the emergence of the big inside game.
Aisha Gregg knocks it down from the baseline. Pressure shot there from Gregg. Scoring in her 7th straight game after she had only scored 2 points all season before that.
There's the step back fadeaway shot that I was just talking about that I love so much in Kitley's game. Cardoso also showing that inside.
Cardoso in double figures already, has 10 of the 19. Amor steps into the three.
That's what I mean. The confidence of this freshman is incredible. She missed a couple. She continues to fire away. This is the team that's 7th in the nation in 3-point field goals.
I'll tell you what, Kelly, good luck narrowing the ACC all-freshman team down to 5. I think they actually award 8 players the honor, which is a good thing because there are many worthy freshmen this year. Future's bright for the ACC and women's hoops. Future's bright today for the Hokies.
From the oldest rivalries to the most ferocious fans.
From big plays to how champions start their day.
This is the heart of it all.
This is Nothing But Net.
ACC Hoops is brought to you by CPI Security. The Fresh Market. Discover the best today. And Coyote Tractor. We dig dirt.
Well, Well, the ACC tournament is just 10 days away. Greensboro Coliseum, the home of the ACC tournament. So many great moments, including last year's championship for NC State, their first ACC tournament title since 1991. We will have the first 3 days of coverage, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, on your regional sports network. If the season ended now, the Hokies would be in the 8-9 matchup against North Carolina. North Carolina battling NC State right now in Raleigh. Syracuse currently sits in that 4th spot, Kelly, and they'd love to stay there because that means they'd get the bye to the quarters.
Huge advantage in the ACC tournament. Anybody wanting one of those top 4 spots, Georgia Tech, what a great job Nell Fortner has done with her team this season. They, as you see, are in that double bye as well.
We'll see the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets in Game 2 of our doubleheader. Dean Linke and Tabitha Turner are getting set from Chestnut Hill for Boston College and the Ramblin' Wreck. By the way, you wondered if Wes Moore's Wolfpack would bounce back after losing to Carolina in the last meeting. 26-12 Wolfpack midway through the second quarter.
Yeah, they got him at home, and they've got something to prove. And this, of course, the only loss with Elisa Canane. We saw Virginia Tech knock off NC State, but that was without the great center. And UNC, that's a big battle between those two schools.
Without the great center, they had another great center, Camille Hobby, who hit the buzzer-beating 3 to send us to overtime in one of the most memorable games of the season.
Easily one of the most exciting I think I've called this season. Got the pleasure to do it with you, and we were loving our time at Virginia Tech for that one.
Lewis missed the 3. Orange are 1 of 9 from deep. Just love the way Virginia Tech has played offense with purpose through the first couple quarters.
Yeah, just great execution. Good ball movement against the zone. That's what you have to do. In order to get Kitley those looks, you have to make the zone shift. And again, without Cardoso inside, and she's going right to the timeline, wasn't going to be long, that is where she will have the advantage.
Really good defense by Sheppard on the perimeter, and they call a foul. They called it on Green.
So right now, the only thing working for Syracuse is Cardoso inside. She's back in the lineup. Go at her immediately. If you don't get that first look, she'll kick it out, and you've got great shooters. We haven't seen Priscilla Williams. We only saw her with 1 shot attempt so far in this game. She is one that can light it up from long range.
She certainly can, but she hasn't scored much lately, Kelly. Only 13 points in her last 3 ball games. Scored double figures 7 of the previous 8 before that. Stroutman has 3 clangs, and Cardoso drills, Williams rather, drills Green. First on Williams, 3rd on the Orange. Side out for the Hokies.
Syracuse just looking lethargic to me from this vantage point. They've gotten up and down the floor a couple times, and I think that's why Cardoso had to take that rest. She's not a player that can play 40 minutes in a game. How about the grab by Kitley to get the 2?
I'd say more lethargic at the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, for sure.
Kitley in double figures with 10.
I saw Syracuse come back from their pause due to COVID, and they played out of their minds against Miami. Shot unbelievable percentages from the field, and that is not what we're seeing. This, of course, a pause just due to canceled games, but...
Offensive foul. Amor took the hit. That entire possession, the bench and the 5 on the floor were as locked in as you could possibly be.
That's been the difference, Coach Brooks said. He said, this is a team that does the little things. They have bought in to what we have said as a coaching staff, and they're starting to believe, based on these wins, these consecutive wins, that they are good enough to knock off teams.
Lewis fouls Amor. Quentin Hillsman arguing, but it looked like a foul from here. The frustration starting to boil for Syracuse.
You've got to remember, Virginia Tech 7 of their losses were by a combined 32 points, and only one of those was by more than 10 points. That's it by an average, by the way, of 4.5 points a game. I mean, it was unbelievable to watch the way that they would continue just to be close, but not be able to get over the hump.
Well, those heartbreakers are a thing of the past right now. Amor's got 12, Hitley with 10, and the lead is 20, and Lewis to the bench with her second personal. So Lewis and Ensler with 2 fouls apiece. Williams, can she get going? That'll help.
Yeah, Williams getting hot could turn things around. Then you got Lewis outside. You got Manakahia, Strautmana, all these capable three-point shooters.
Oh, that pass should have been picked off, and instead it gets all the way to Green in the front court. And Hokies have only turned it over 3 times in the half against the Syracuse defense. Orange force about 17 turnovers a game, and Deja Green getting in the scoring act.
I feel like all Virginia Tech did in practice every day was hit free throw jumpers because they have been automatic from that spot.
All 7 Hokies who have played have scored, and goodness, have they been crisp. And we should mention, I mean, these 2 head coaches are such great friends. Kenny Brooks and Quentin Hillsman go back a long way. They talk, they say 2-3 times a week. But when they're going against each other, obviously they want to beat the crap out of the other. And it's been a good half for Kenny Brooks.
Yeah, you love hearing that. Great relationships among coaches in the ACC. Coach Brooks says Coach Q is one of his best friends.
And something of a mentor, too. Sheppard doing work off the dribble. Step back 3. Got it!
And that's not one of the best players in the ACC America. Listen up, Sheppard and Virginia Tech are making a statement against Syracuse right now.
Looking to make some history.
And Australia is known for great basketball. And so to be able to come to the States, maybe play a little bit of a different style of basketball and still be successful says a lot about these point guards in particular.
Well, first half began with Syracuse free throws 16 seconds in. Slice that in half. 8 seconds gone in the third quarter. And it's Cardoso going to the line. Now, Camila Cardoso, 5 for 5 from the floor in the first half. 10 points.
You think you're going to get her the ball every single possession? And that's exactly what Syracuse does. Goes immediately into her, draws a foul, and she can be a great shooter from the free throw line and just the best in the conference from the block area, shooting 60% from the field. That's number 6 in the entire nation.
Good news, it was just the first foul on Hitley. Oh, just getting it across before the 10s count expired there.
And Syracuse has struggled to score from the field, but they can set up their pressure even after the free throw make. So that's why you see Virginia Tech struggling there to get it over. That's the pressure of Syracuse defense.
Amor kicks it. Shot clock winding down. King fires up an airmail. One of the officials was holding up his arm, signaling a foul. I mean, Quentin Hillsman has a point. He's arguing that there should be a foul call. He was holding up his arm as if there was going to be a foul, then it went out of bounds and said, okay, just take the ball. Quentin's like, give him the foul. You had your hand up.
It was a strong box out. Could have been a little bit of a displacement underneath. I think he is correct about wanting that foul called.
Manakahia had 3 assists in the first half. She averages nearly 8 per game, tops in the nation. The crafty Australian kicks it for Strautmane, and Kitley grabs rebound number 5.
And Strautmane is going to have to start making those, because when she doesn't, Azana Baines can come down and help Kitley inside, double on Cardoso.
They got it to King in the high post. Now it's Baines on the drive. Everything but the bucket.
Azana Baines does such a great job attacking the glass.
Cardoso. Ooh, looked like Sheppard got ball, but the foul called on Aisha. That's her first.
And I like the way they're defending Cardoso inside. They're not leaving until the ball is in the air. And then Sheppard is there to try to double, but gets the foul instead. And a rare miss by Cardoso inside.
Her first miss had been 5 for 5 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line. Amor takes it. Cardoso grabs the rebound. Quick outlet for Montecagia.
This is where Syracuse is at their best. That should be a catch. And unfortunately, it's a turnover now for Montecagia, an area where she's struggled this season, but I think it has more to do with the young players around her. She's got unbelievable vision and precision. Look at that. That should be in the hands of Strautmane and an easy 2.
And you're right, that officially goes as Tiana's 3rd turnover. I think the official scorer should have some authority to get that turnover to Strautmane. Baines all the way to the basket. Strautmane got a piece of it.
And now we're seeing Syracuse stopping this Virginia Tech offense. And how about that? The bucket by Montecagia doesn't even wait for the runners along the lane. Take it herself. I love it.
5 straight points for the Orange to start the second half. Montecagia picks up the foul. Tiana from Brisbane. Georgia Amor grew up in Ballarat, about an hour and a half west of Melbourne, where the Australian Open wrapped up this morning. Love watching the coverage from down under the last couple of weeks. Montecagia knocks it down again. Back-to-back threes for Tiana. She's in double figures with 11, and Kenny Brooks wants to talk. 8-0 run for the Orange to start the second half. 22-point deficit, cut to 14.
Ballin', but on a budget. The new $1 Your Way menu at Burger King will help you stack that bread and spend less bacon. So try a flame-grilled bacon cheeseburger, chicken junior, fries, or a drink for just $1 each. So save that bacon and get it on your burger instead, because getting more for your buck at BK just hits different. The new $1 Your Way menu, now at Burger King. Your way, way better.
Most Monday ever.
Case of the Mondays? Just open the Instacart app to shop all your favorite stores. Get groceries, comfort foods, and household items delivered in as little as 2 hours.
I'll get it.
Right to your door with safe, contactless delivery.
Surprise!
Download the Instacart app today or visit instacart.com to get free delivery on your first order.
Signs of life from the Orange. Great start to the second half for Tiana Monacaglia.
Well, it started on the defensive end for Syracuse, but Tiana making him pay in transition, not even waiting for those post players to get down the floor. We know she is incredibly accurate from long range.
Diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer June of 2019. Started chemo a few weeks later. Finished chemo a few months later. Pronounced cancer-free November 2019. Reconstructive surgery in January. It was inspiring to watch the entire conference rally around her in the Tough for Tea campaign last year. And it's better than great to see her back on the floor. It just makes you feel good.
I mean, it was shocking to even go through. You think about her age, and that it's not supposed to happen to young women like this. But still, a great reminder to women all over the country to get regular checkups. And obviously, we've seen the way she battled through, and then to return to the court and to lead her team to currently right now a top 4 spot in the ACC is pretty remarkable.
She can still play a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say.
Leading the nation in assists per game. Hokies looking for their first points of the quarter.
And again, it's the defense. Syracuse has defended the ball better along the perimeter, made it more difficult to get inside looks. Baines drives into the paint, gets some contact on that one.
Number 3 on Emily Engstler. ACC's all-time assist leaders, some great names on this list. Lindsay Allen at Notre Dame was just so smooth. Charnay Azol at Virginia was fantastic. Maryland's Christy Tolliver, part of Brenda Friese's first national championship team. Jeff Walls, an assistant coach on that team.
I've heard of Dawn Staley.
I've heard of her too. Is she coaching somewhere right now?
It's a pretty good team. Yeah, that's an incredible list, and makes you wonder, just what those numbers would have even been despite that cancer diagnosis. Numbers down just some this season, but it was often for her to have double-digit assist games.
And she also arrived as a sophomore at junior college for a couple of years.
Yeah, I think that's even more relevant. That's a great point.
That was called there on Azana Baines, just her first. Monacaglia to trigger the inbound. And that was easy, but she missed the layup.
That's the best designed out-of-bounds play, the simplest that you could possibly have, and just rolled out.
Hey, Kelly Engstler just picked up her 4th personal foul.
We've seen Emily Engstler have some incredible games. A lot has been talked about the changes she made in the offseason, 40 pounds that she lost, working on her fitness and her food intake. But we've seen in the last about 5 or 6 games has not been in the double digits like we are normally see, but Aisha Sheppard having no problem connecting from three-point land.
14 points now for Sheppard. And it's a good decision to get her a decent look when your offense is struggling, because she will usually help shoot you out of a slump. Strautmane finally dials deep. She had been 0 for 6 before that tray. Quentin Hillsman takes the timeout. Tell you, Syracuse hanging around, down 22 at the half, back within 14 again midway through the 3rd.
My wedding planner got me these fries. She's making sure I eat before the wedding. She's amazing, and I found her on Thumbtack. Same place I found all my wedding vendors. It was so easy to find exactly who I needed on Thumbtack. I checked profiles, reviews, and prices, asked a million questions, and did it all in the app. I found vendors who really got me. And now, the big day is finally here. And so is my fried chicken. Oh, I do. I really do. Find your people. Download Thumbtack today.
Play Eric Almirola's Race Day Mix.
ACC Hoops is brought to you by The Works Land. Robotic lawnmower. Step into the future of lawn care and check mowing off your to-do list for good. Available at mylandroid.com. Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. And Continental Tire. For what you do.
.24 left in the third quarter. On a balmy day in Blacksburg, it's been down in the 10s and 20s. It's up in the mid-30s today. A little chillier up in Boston. There's Silvio Connie Forum, Lodamai Loughlin. What a season she has had for Nell Fortner and Georgia Tech. And although it's been a disappointing 2021 for Boston College, COVID plagued, they've had so many games postponed and canceled. Look, anyone who was at the tournament last year knows how good Taylor Soule is. She led BC to the semifinals, and they can get a run in them too if they can gain some confidence this next week.
Yeah, she was the most improved player of the year last season, and she has been tremendous this year, but the wins-loss category is not helping that team out right now. Just cannot find ways to pick up quality wins in the ACC, as we all know, a very difficult place to do so.
Well, we've talked to a lot of coaches who really miss the non-conference portion of the season, because that's where you try stuff out, gain confidence, figure out your rotation. Amor fumbles it away and turns it over in the backcourt. Syracuse has a chance here. But, you know, without those, I don't want to say free wins, but early season opportunities, you get to the ACC, and, I mean, who are the easy wins? I mean, Wake Forest has improved. Yep. Clemson's improved. Pittsburgh's improved.
And you're down two teams as well in Virginia and Duke, so a few less opportunities as well.
Those might have been the easy wins. They're not there anymore. 3 turnovers in the last 14 seconds in this game. Syracuse trying to get it down to 12.
The coaches also talked about opportunities for the freshmen. Those non-conference games are where freshmen started to learn the college game, and now they got to wait until ACC season. I mean, that's one of the toughest conferences in the country. That's difficult.
Second personal on Kitley there. I think Kenny Brooks was saying that's the exact same thing that Cardoso did to Liz at the other end. Manakagia trying to get it to 11. Jaldi Tabdi keeps it alive and then gives it away. Sheppard pulls up on Lewis. Bang!
The quick hands of the senior, and then the incredible accuracy from the three-point line.
5 of 9 from deep in this one. Manakagia answers. She's 4 for 6 from beyond the arc.
That's been their best offense. Manakagia outside, Cardoso inside. And it's going to stay with Virginia Tech.
Cardoso and Manakagia have 26 of Syracuse's 36. Frankly, they need some help. Where's Kiara Lewis? She's 0 for 7, 2 points. Stroutman 1 for 7, 3 points. Engsler 1 for 4, 2 points.
And out with 4 fouls. We saw Williams hit a 3. But she's been quiet ever since. Not in the ballgame right now.
Sheppard around the screen. Knocked away by Cardoso.
Yeah, just too much bounce on that pass. Made Kitley catch it higher than she wanted, and Cardoso got her hands on it.
That's a blocking foul on Aisha Sheppard, her second.
I like the attempt. But right now, Syracuse has found a little bit of life, and because they've hit shots, they can set up the pressure. And at one point, Virginia Tech had just 3 turnovers a few minutes ago. They're sitting at 6 now, and Syracuse able to get points off of them.
Good news, Kelly, is Syracuse is in the bonus. Bad news is that the Orange have struggled from the free throw line this season. 64% as a team.
Not today, though, Evan. 4-4, make that 5 of 5. what Coach Q wants to see. Improvement.
The broadcasters get blamed when we talk about how good they are, and they do poorly. Should we get the credit?
I think so.
For saying how poor they are, and then they make them both?
I like that.
Against the zone, Sheppard takes it.
Yeah, if that had gone in, I would retract what I was about to say, which is they need some ball movement. You can't just go off a screen against a zone and hit.
Big shot, Jaldi Tabdi brings the Orange within 9.
What a great feeling that is when your players off the bench can come in and contribute in a game like this. Single digits now is the lead for Virginia Tech.
Biggest gap was 22. Amor needs help. Sheppard with 4, has to fire. That's a big rebound right there, but a better steal. Greg picks the pocket of Finkley. King, what a bucket that was.
You can't say enough about De'Asia Gregg. Just the extra hustle to get the turnover, decides not to pass it across the court to Sheppard. Instead, finds King and a bucket.
Monikahia off the mark. Oh, great save by Finkley. And Stroutman converts.
All right, so the same kind of extra effort. Finkley with the hustle, and then a 3 for Syracuse.
Kitley gets it ahead to Greg. Breaking the pressure, and now the Hokies will slow it down.
Yeah, and I think that's wise right now. Make this a possession game.
Kitley blocked from behind, but the foul called. And free throws here for Virginia Tech. Kelly, worth noting, Syracuse has as many points in the first 8 minutes of the third as they had in the 20 minutes in the first half.
Nothing was working for them. And again, they had not played a game since February 11th, and it was obvious. Low shooting percentages. Their zone was not doing much on the defensive end, but something happened at halftime, and they woke up.
Foul on Jaldi Tabdi. Kitley's first points of the second half right here.
It's the beauty of basketball, in my opinion. You know, you got a team shooting almost 60% from the field in a half. You know that the numbers will obviously come down and even out a bit. And now Syracuse having a great quarter and a quick foul on Amor.
Perplexed look on her face. Two free throws for Tiana. Second foul on Amor. So no one on Virginia Tech with 3, but Sheppard, King, Kitley, and Amor, arguably their 4 best players, each have 2. King, is she going to take it all the way? No, she'll slow it up. That's her spot right at the Elmo. Step back jumper.
And I am baffled that Syracuse isn't making an adjustment on that high post. It has been wide open, and you've got some of the best shooters in the conference being able to get open looks right in that position.
Orange down 11. Closing in on a minute to play in the third. Lewis lost the handle. It was tapped out by Sheppard. 4 on the shot clock here for Syracuse. Cardoso's coming back in.
That's the difference between Cardoso and Kitley. Kitley could probably play 40 minutes. Cardoso needs those breaks.
They got a foul. on Syracuse. Jaldi Tabdi.
I would love to get a camera just right on De'Asia Gregg and watch all the little things she does. That was her defense that caused Jaldi Tabdi to push off. She gets a deflection that helps out Virginia Tech.
I thought you were going to say we want to get the camera on Quentin Hilsman and just watch his antics and theatrics all game long. We need more cameras, Kelly says.
Our camera guys do such a great job.
Kitley turnaround jumper.
I was waiting for it. The fall back. Great look from the baseline. That's been her spot this season.
Stroutmana unable to answer. Rebound tipped. Still loose, out of bounds. Hokies ball.
Oh, but you got to applaud the hustle there by Jaldi Tabdi. Getting on the floor after the loose ball. It's what you want to see.
Full court pressure here from Syracuse.
Their pressure has been outstanding.
Looking for the deep ball. Off the bounce. King tried to tip it to Sheppard. And it's a turnover.
And Kenny Brooks not happy with De'Asia Gregg on that inbounds pass. I don't mind that, though. I think it should have been just a better tip by Keila King. I like being able to give your team a chance with numbers to get to the bucket.
She didn't really throw it to anybody. She more threw it to space.
Which, go run and get it.
That was an ultimate Frisbee throw right there.
That's your niche.
Shot clock's off. Tiana Manakahia with 8 seconds. Guarded by her countrywoman. Flip it inside. King, the help defense, knocked it out with 2 seconds on the clock.
And you see Cardoso say, my bad on that. Indeed it was. That should have been in her hands in a bucket.
Oh, knocked away again, and that will end the quarter.
That's the third quarter with the score. The Hokies 59.
Elizabeth Kitley, 14 points, 5 rebounds.
Game against NC State, no points in the first half, and 26, was it? Was it 28? Second half and into overtime. She is one that can get hot, and once she sees it go through the net, she'll continue to go after it.
So Syracuse got within 9 in the third after trailing by 22. Back to 13. Evan Leffler, Kelly Dale, grateful to be with you from Castle Coliseum. Amor takes it. And Manakahia could have had the rebound, instead lets it roll past the end line. So 1 week left in the regular season in ACC women's basketball. A week from Wednesday, we'll be in Greensboro for the 12-13 game, and then a pair of quadruple headers a week from Thursday and the following Friday. First week of March.
You see Kitley and Cardoso battling inside. Cardoso gets inside position, and Lewis, unfortunately, with the travel, but a lot of work happening in that paint for positioning. Cardoso, just such a strong body inside.
Running a double team at Amor. Tricky dribble. What poise by Amor to just rampage past the defenders.
The one-woman press break.
Yeah, who needs passes?
And there, finally, somebody defending the high post position. There you go, Syracuse.
Sheppard with 5 to shoot. Foot on the line, but it goes. Long 2 for Aisha Sheppard. She's got 19 now in the game.
Just the way she creates space is what makes her so special.
Oh, great anticipation by King, picking off Manakahia's pass. Around the perimeter, Greg gets walloped by Jaldi Tabdi.
And you always appreciate the player coming over, helping her up. Obviously, nothing intended there, but Greg, ooh, yeah. She thought she was going to shoot that one, and Jaldi Tabdi was going up for the big block.
3 fouls on Jaldi Tabdi for the game, not 3 assessed on that play, although the contact may have merited it.
And Emily Inkster in the game with 4 fouls. I would love to see her get going offensively.
She's got 2 points in 10 minutes, limited by foul trouble. Kitley going at Cardoso, and the foul called on the Syracuse freshman from Brazil.
I'm not sure I agree with that one. I thought Kitley just tripped, to be honest. I don't know if Q agrees either.
Just the first on Camilla. Sheppard to Kitley. Oh, Inkster got a piece of it. Priscilla Williams slow to get up, but she seems to be okay. Now joining the play in the front court. Manakahia all the way to the bucket.
That's what is so incredible about her game is she's such a good offensive player. You know, you think point guard, you think distributor, but it's not always the case with Manakahia, although she does that better than anyone in the country.
King, foul. Going on Williams. Manakahia now has 18 points for Syracuse today. Her season high at 19. Obviously a big-time scorer in the past. Averaged 17.5 points per game as a sophomore, 16.9 as a junior. Did not play last year. NC State exacting revenge against the Tar Heels. You and I will see NC State Thursday afternoon, 4 o'clock on your regional sports networks against Pitt. Pitt has played everyone tough lately.
Yeah, Lance White has recruited well. He has an incredibly young team that I think is going to be special. And
big
that's
shot
what
there.
They need. Yeah.
Priscilla Williams really needed it. Her second 3 of the game brings Syracuse back within 11. 7:18 to go here in the 4th.
This is Celia.
Big news travels fast on T-Mobile, the leader in 5G coverage and speed. That's why we're bringing out our best deal on the new iPhone 12 with 5G. Right now, get the iPhone 12 on us on each and every plan. Switch now and save 20% on your bill versus the other guys. And that's not an introductory rate. That's the best value in wireless. That's right, the iPhone 12 on us on the leader in 5G. And save 20% per month. Share big moments and big savings at T-Mobile.
Fancy seeing you here. Hey guys, it's Mindy Kaling, your favorite actress, producer, role model, etc., etc. But I love cooking. But I don't have the time to spend forever in the kitchen. I have like 3 jobs and 2 kids. HelloFresh really knows me very well. Oh wait, no, I picked these last week. They all look good, but I think that the winner might be the pork carnitas tacos. Yum. They sent all my ingredients perfectly portioned out. Bye, measuring cups.
Go to HelloFresh.com and use code 10FREE for 10 free meals, including free shipping.
Syracuse back within 11. They trailed by twice that many at halftime. We talked about how Quentin Hillsman, Kenny Brooks are such great friends. Syracuse embracing the zone defense that Jim Boeheim has implemented for a long time, and Coach Q talked about that on the Relentless podcast with Kenny Brooks and Jacksonville's Darnell Haney and others this past September.
Talk to us about your pressure to zone and why you chose to hang your hat on that being your identity on the defensive end of the floor.
Well, defensively, let's start with the zone, because really where it started for me. You know, sitting here with Coach Boeheim every day, I mean, you get a zone clinic every day. You know, so I'm in there, I'm watching what he does and his principles and things of that nature, and a lot of those things we couldn't do, you know, because of the length and the size that he has. And it just made me just to start to really look and say, if I could recruit to that style and recruit that length, you know, maybe that could be something that could work on the women's side and be effective. And what really started to happen, man, you start watching shooting percentages, and you start watching how the game has evolved. And now, you know, everybody's playing 5 out, everybody's shooting threes, nobody's shooting mid-range shots, either threes or layups. And we figure, you know, if we can start to take away the three-point shot by being able to keep everything in front of us and knowing where people are, and forcing people to drive to the basket and have some length and some size at the rim, we could affect some shots.
Jim Boeheim, obviously a legend with that 2-3 zone, and Coach Q did certainly recruit the length. And how about that 6'2" Emily Inksler, 6'7" inside Cardoso. He's got length to go around, and I am a firm believer in that 2-3 zone, Evan. We also ran Jim Boeheim's version of that zone at Notre Dame, won a national championship with it in 2001. They did in 2018, and Q took his team to the national championship game with that same 2-3 zone.
Oh, look now, Kelly. Single-digit game. Not anymore, though, as Kitley adds to her total. 16 now for Liz, and they'll lead back to 11.
We're seeing a lot more offense right now from Syracuse. Reversing the ball, inside, outside. And that time Williams got the travel call. But again, they can set up their pressure, which has caused Virginia Tech to make some sloppy passes. Until Amor gets the ball. She breaks it.
She's been smooth. 12 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists for Amor. Sheppard, 19 points, 5 assists in the game. Squeezing it through to Kitley again. Fouled by Cardoso.
And that was a great set by Virginia Tech. They were patient with it. And you see the dive here by Azana Baines afterwards. Brings Priscilla with her so that she can't come in and double. And now she's going up against Cardoso one-on-one, and Cardoso gets a foul.
It's hard to fathom some of the numbers that Liz Kitley is going to put up before the end of her career. Just a big-time player.
I'm overwhelmed by the improvement from last year to this year. You know, we knew she was good, but this year, I mean, she's got better numbers than Elisa Canane. She is absolutely a force inside in the paint.
You watch her battle with Cardoso down at this end of the floor. That defensive possession started early, and Kitley and Cardoso were going back and forth, and it looked like a good look, but I think Cardoso was a little worn down by the time she made the catch.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I said. You asked me that question.
Ooh. That's 5 on Exler.
Oh, they called a travel. And Kenny Brooks
can't believe it.
Skipping along the sideline. Oh my goodness. And that's, you gotta breathe a sigh of relief.
Take another look. Yeah, you know what? I think she traveled.
Yeah.
I think they got it right.
I think so. Better score here.
They'll get to the line. Fouls on Baines. Now, all 5 Hokie starters have 2 fouls apiece, which is, I suppose, better than 2 of them having 4 and 2 of them having none.
Yeah, it's not a deep bench over there some roster changes, and Kenny Brooks, though, says he loves what he's got right now, and he'll go all the way with this team. And it's a team that's really clicking, and they have committed to the process here to see it through. Had to suffer some tough losses, some close games, some leads that were just completely taken away, and now we're seeing them. If a win today would be 5 in a row, a Virginia Tech record in the ACC.
Kenny Brooks got a contract extension through 25-26 this past fall. Quentin Hilsman, one of the folks he consulted with about his contract. they discussed different aspects of the contract. As Kenny said, when he was at JMU, his contract was like 2 pages. Here at Virginia Tech, it's a little more complicated. And these guys are close enough where they're going back and forth, talking about different things.
You think he told him to get like a clothing allotment? I'm sure that's in cues.
Kenny knows that. That's definitely in cues. Amor, another fantastic finish.
Look at that.
Cardoso running the floor.
That is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I mean, a layup at one end, and then Cardoso runs the entire length of the floor, and the vision of Tiana to see her and pass that accurately. Look at this. Amor goes all the way in, right? So Cardoso is under the basket. Takes the ball out on a make. She runs the floor. That is a special post player.
And it doesn't work if you don't have a point guard who can get the ball to it.
Absolutely.
6th assist for Monacahia.
That is a point guard's dream right there. Somebody with hands that can run up and down. Now, though, I will say, here we are in the 4th quarter, and I've talked about Cardoso not being able to play in long stretches. And so maybe even exerting herself like that, the timeout was needed. We'll just say that. We'll see if Syracuse can continue to do that to give her some breathing minutes.
Syracuse trailed by 22, cut it down to 9. They've had opportunities to get closer. Here's another. Lewis back up.
Yeah, too much dribbling for Lewis right there. She had Stroutmana up on the 3-point line. She had Tiana.
Trying to set up Cardoso. Makes the contested catch to Lewis. Not even close. Hokies ball. Kiera Lewis has not been herself today, Kelly. She's got 4 points. She's 0 for 8. She's averaged 14 a game for the year, scored double figures 8 of her last 9.
She was just the bright spot for the Syracuse team. With Tiana out last season, she was an all-ACC performer, and we've seen what she can do. How about that? Just absolutely took Syracuse out, and that looked like a big, I don't know what Syracuse was doing on that. Nobody back?
Hard to forget about Sheppard, but Syracuse did right there. She's got 21. 8th time this year she's had 20 or more. Only Dana Evans has more 20-point games. Cardoso going to the line. 3 fouls now on Kitley. I wanted to ask you this, Kelly, and I'm putting you on the spot. How many different ACC players do you think have had a 20-point game this season? Curious what your first instinct would be.
I'll say 50.
Wow.
That's my number.
The answer is 49.
You're joking.
You're right there.
Come on.
So maybe today it becomes 50.
Wow.
If Tiana gets one more bucket, actually, then it's 50, because she doesn't have a 20-point game all year long. So
I was looking into the future.
If I asked you that question 2 minutes from now, you would have gotten it exactly.
Wow.
I thought that was interesting that, on average, there are 3-4 players per team that have had a 20-point game. Stroutmana inside.
This is a really balanced ACC league this year, and a timeout by Kenny Brooks, but he would have gotten a layup had he not taken it. He's mad about something, for sure.
And by the way, there are only 2 teams in the league that have had 5 different 20-point scores. They're going against each other in Raleigh right now.
I was just going to say,
Tar Heels and Wolfpack.
I know it's NC State, that's for sure.
Hokies have had 4 different 20-point scores. Syracuse will have 4 if Montecagia can score 2 more in the next 3.5 minutes. All right, we got a 3-possession game here with 3:30 to go. Syracuse, after a sluggish start, have found their energy in the second half.
Well, and it's come on the defensive end. They have been able to set up their pressure because they've made some shots like they did not do very often in that first half. And then they have had better ball reversals. They've found Cardoso inside, but really Tiana has been the bright spot for Syracuse, for Syracuse.
Amor has been able to just run around Syracuse defenders in this game. King, open look, puts it in!
I mean, and Q he can't believe it right there. And I don't know how you leave one of the best shooters open like that.
14 for King. The lead back to 12. The clock under 3. Jaldi Tabdi spins but can't score, and they get the foul on her going for the board.
It was a pretty roll. She was somehow able to get it off the glass. I thought that was going in.
4 fouls now on Maeva Jaldi Tabdi.
Cardoso with the rest. Now let's see if she can finish out this remaining 2:55. And Virginia Tech will shoot.
Yes, they will. 5th foul on Syracuse. Hokies in the bonus. Hokies are very solid, 74% as a team from the free throw line in the season. With a win today, they can get back to 500, which is hard to believe considering they were 2-7 about a month ago. During the winning streak, Kelly, they've won by an average of 13.8 points per game. In fact, their last loss was that NC State game on January the 24th. So if they win today, they don't play again until the 25th of February. It'll be a month at least between losses for the Hokies.
2 straight games, they've won by 20 plus. 21 the won 2 games ago, and then 20 their most recent.
Second time in program history they've won back-to-back games by at least 19. First time was last year. Kick ball in the inbounds. So many close games for Virginia Tech. Really 6 of them that could have gone either way. 6 of them that they felt like they should have won. You flip 3 of those and look, they're 9-4 instead of 6-7. Already in the ACC tournament quarterfinals. No call. And a bank shot for Lewis. Hokies will keep it. 2:27 to go. And if Virginia Tech can handle this full court pressure, they will win the game.
Absolutely, you got to imagine they're going to start fouling. Once Georgia Amor gets the ball, they've not had a problem doing it. Zana Baines, though,
the power forward, navigating through all the defenders.
And now it's just time and score, and I'm surprised to see Syracuse not a little more aggressive.
Oh, great hustle by Stroutman of getting on the floor, but then she turns it over, and the foul's on Syracuse as Sheppard gets thrown to the floor. It's on Montecagia.
So they don't pressure on the perimeter, but as soon as the ball went inside that three-point line, Syracuse defense was all over them. Virginia Tech just thankful to get it back.
But how about the pink necklace that shimmering on Coach Q's neck there?
I didn't see that. He's always fun to
watch. Something. Officials are going to take a look at the monitor here to check the rugby scrum that broke out.
So the tip away by Cardoso, and what a hustle play by Strautmane. You see the bench wanted a travel call, and I hope they weren't thinking anything extra happened on that one. Just going for the jump ball. They got her hand in Sheppard's arm.
I think they got it right. Foul on Manakagia.
And then helped her up.
Sheppard will shoot 2. How about Aisha Sheppard's career? I mean, she's played 115 ball games entering the day. Closing in on 1,300 points. Closing in on perhaps 300 threes. Including today, she's about 22 threes away from reaching the 300 three-pointer mark, something that only a handful of players in the history of the ACC have ever done.
Yeah, and she came into this season not just wanting to be known throughout the ACC as one of the best players in the conference. She would like that Player of the Year nod. And, you know, right now you look, I think it's between Dana Evans and Aisha Sheppard. I think those are the top 2 performers in our league. And obviously you got Louisville, one of the top players or top teams in the nation. So many could say that nod could go to a 2-time Dana Evans. We will see, of course, in a week. But right now, I think if you're Syracuse, you want, in your great shooting team, your good 3-point shooting team, at least you have capable 3-point shooters. This is where you want to try to break into this league. Yes, get Virginia Tech on the line with foul or shooting the free throws, but turn around on the other end and see if you can get your 3-point shot to go.
Syracuse was 2 of 11 from 3 in the first half. 7 of 14 in the second half. Manakagia has 4 of their 9 makes from deep in the game. Here's Cardoso.
Great look. They defend Enxler well on the perimeter. She's got the high-low look and almost gets a turnover there. Great hustle.
And Enxler went flying across the end line. 100 seconds to go. Virginia Tech on the verge of doing something the Hokies have never done before, winning 5 consecutive ACC women's basketball games.
And looks like Syracuse will just concede this game.
Inside Kitley. Shot clock violation. 1:18 to go. Gotta look for a quick shot here. You gotta shoot this in the first 7 to 10 seconds of the possession, I think. Oh, and Manakagia take the first one.
I think even beyond the arc there, she had it.
She did.
Second time.
Sheppard the rebound. Hokies can take it under a minute if Syracuse doesn't foul.
1 minute remaining.
Yeah, and they will be able to hold.
Well, things are tightening up in the middle of the ACC. And with this win, Virginia Tech to be 7-7. Syracuse can be 8-6. That's the difference basically between 4th place and 9th place in the league right now. Sheppard. Another shot clock violation, but taking 30 seconds off the clock was a win there for the Hokies.
Yeah, you don't mind that at all. And Virginia Tech fans starting to get to their feet. The bench clapping along with them. This has been an incredible story in the ACC. Watching these comeback kids losing heartbreakers early in the season have now strung together 5 wins in a row in one of the toughest leagues in America.
A streak that began with their first ever win over one of the top-ranked teams in the country. NC State was ranked number 2. And the Hokies won in overtime here on January 28th. Since then, beat the Tar Heels by 4, Pittsburgh by 19, Miami by 20. I think they had games scheduled for Boston College and Duke originally the past 10 days that got postponed. Obviously, you don't count your chickens in the ACC, but this winning streak could easily be reaching 7 today if the BC and Duke games had transpired like originally intended.
You have to remember, too, Virginia Tech almost beat Louisville. They were the #1 team, I believe, in the nation at the time they played. Could have been 2, but that was a confidence booster. You know, you'd say, obviously you want wins, but you can learn a lot from losses, and I think that's when we started to see this Virginia Tech team change.
Story of the day, Virginia Tech's Big Four, Sheppard, Kitley, Amor, and King combined for 67 points. And the Hokies win it 76-68.
And best friends once again. 40 minutes of foes, and the freshman Georgia Amor with an incredible performance.
For the first time in school history, Virginia Tech has won 5 straight ACC games. And we'll chat with Georgia Amor when we return.
It's a beautiful day for baseball. What will happen here? Struck him out. Here's the throw to the plate. Not in time. Going, gone. Bang, bang, won't stop till we're legend.
EPI security, one of the key defensive possessions in the game. Georgia Amor took the charge on Syracuse's Kiera Lewis. A fantastic defensive performance for the Hokies overall as they win it over the Orange. And Georgia Amor joins us now courtside. Georgia, congratulations on the win. I know this one had to be meaningful both for you and your team. What's the feeling right now getting your 5th consecutive victory?
It feels great. I mean, we went into this game and we already had 4 wins under our belt, and we had a lot of confidence. We spent this week practicing and scouting, and we've really locked in, and you know, a lot of stuff has happened with our team, but I couldn't be prouder of how well we've gelled together and really pushed through on these wins.
We mentioned the matchup early in the game about you and Tiana, both Australians. How much had you known about Tiana? Had you guys actually met ever before this game, and what was it like to play against her?
So she's a little older than me, so I've only ever heard of her, and obviously watched her, you know, the Australian program, like you know who's been through the program, and especially being a point guard, she's someone I really looked up to. So this game, it was surreal, I guess, playing against someone I've kind of looked up to, and yeah, she's just a really great player, and yeah.
Well, you got off to the great start. You hit the 3, and then you blew by her on the dribble. I imagine that had to feel pretty good, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I saw the lane, and I just took it, and I didn't really think about who was guarding me at that moment, but then I made the layup, and I looked back, and I was like, ooh.
You'll remember that one for a while.
Georgia, congratulations on the performance. I imagine your teammates are waiting for you in the locker room. 5 straight wins. Keep it rolling. Best of luck going forward.
Thank you.
Georgia Amor from Ballarat, Australia. 14 points for the Hokies, along with 4 rebounds and 5 assists. The block, the charge taken, as we showed you earlier, too. Just a great all-around performance, really setting the tone for the Hokies' performance as a team.
Yeah, she's been so steady from the point guard position. And remember, she is just a freshman. So much youth on this Virginia Tech roster.
Double figures for both Manakahia and Amor, but despite the stats, you feel Amor and the Hokies won the matchup.
Oh, absolutely. There were a lot of great matchups in this game, but both those point guards played a tremendous performance from the point guard position, and a lot of points.